Hello, I'm Andrew Higgins. I'm a professor of mechanical engineering at McGill University in Montreal, and I'm here in the S-Range Space Center in the very northern part of Sweden, 69 degrees north latitude, for the launch of MAXUS-9, which is the largest sounding rocket of the European Space Agency, and probably the largest rocket to be launched from Europe. We're about 5 minutes from launch, and on board this sounding rocket, there's
T-minus 5 minutes.
5 minutes. There's 4 science experiments: biology and material science, and an experiment that our team from McGill is responsible for. It's a combustion experiment. And there's also a supersonic parachute experiment coming along the ride as well. I'm going to go into the science room in a minute, and I probably won't talk out of courtesy to the other scientists and investigators that are very anxious to see the results. We'll go over to the window and we'll watch the launch. We're pretty far away. You probably won't be able to see the rocket, but I think you'll be able to see the launch. There'll probably be a big whoosh of a white cloud, and then we'll lose sight of the rocket. It will burn for about a minute, and then it will travel on a trajectory straight up out of the Earth's atmosphere, reaching an altitude of about 700 kilometers. It's about twice as high as the International Space Station. And for about 12 to 14 minutes, it will be in a state of weightlessness. Everything will be floating around inside.
4 minutes.
4 minutes. And that's the time during which we'll be doing our experiments. And we'll be able to hear from the Science Center. I'll be able to see a little bit of the data coming from our experiment, we hope. My 2 colleagues from McGill, Sam Garoshan and Jan Plechka, are down in a bunker very close to the rocket, and they will actually be not just monitoring it, but they actually will have the ability to intervene in the experiment, and it should run automated, but if there's any unexpected result, they can do a hold, or they have some control over what's going on with the experiment. So I'm now going to go inside the Science Center, and I'm probably going to stop talking at this point.
T-minus 3 minutes.
GCS status ready.
The prayers.
I can tell who the regulars are and who the first timers are. Okay, so let me see if I can snuggle in down here on the floor. So if you see the red and white tower, the rocket is to the left of that. So we'll come down.
Nej, men det är väldigt tyst just där. Okej. Där var sänder ut. Experiment with total power.
T-minus 1 minute.
T-minus 1 minute.
Minus 50.
50.
Minus 20.
40.
Minus 30.
30. Nu får hon sluta prata. 20. Se till att sluta prata. Nej då. Den bara se till att ska se skott.
Minus 10.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, shoot.
0, 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Plus 30.
Okay. So we'll come over here and watch the telemetry.
No GPS.
Plus 50.
It's been of 5G, 6G.
Looks like it's pulling about 6 Gs, 7, 8 Gs, 9 Gs. Now the G load's going down because it's probably burned out. So now it's ballistic.
GPS.
We have motor separation
We have motor separation.
and supermax separation.
GPS. Nice.
We have motor separation and supermax separation.
Supermax separation.
Micro G.
We have micro G.
Okay, we're now in microgravity.
T plus 2 minutes.
Okay, so Supermax was the supersonic parachute experiment. So I'm now going to come over and peek in to see if I can see the McGill Pearl Waves experiment. And I can see it. I can see data coming from it. And I see what appears to be a flame. Okay, and I appear to see another flame that is propagating. It's propagating.
Was willst du sagen? Deutsch links, beste Bild, ne?
Okay, I'm going to come over here.
3 minutes.
And I'm going to give you a close-up view of a propagating flame.
So langsam, ne? Ja, durch das Xenon. Ja. Oh, guck mal, das kommt durch das Xenon, ja? Oh ja, ganz langsam. Bei euch alles gut? Alles super. Nichts fördern. Ja, das sieht hier schon mehr aus. Ne?
There, that was a flame.
T plus 4 minutes.
Okay, I saw a flame propagate to the end of the tube, which is what we wanted. So we have a nominally successful experiment.
Auf wen bezieht sich das Fördern? Ist das mal der oder was?
Ja, jedes Karussell. Ne? Ich weiß jetzt nicht, welches Karussell wirklich ist. Das ist jedenfalls einmal das 1 und 2. Ne? Und dann sind ja nicht unterschiedliche Sauerstoffmengen, also mit 20%, 40%.
Ah, das
There's a
kann ich
flame.
nicht erkennen.
Nee, nee. Und
Ja, schön, ne?
das sind ja auch eine geringe Menge.
T plus 5 minutes.
Flame is still going.
Genau so will man das haben. Ne? Drüben ist nur der Fünfer. Oh, jetzt fördert er aber viel. Boah.
Das heißt, in der Mitte ist die Förderung.
Ja.
Guck mal, jetzt die kann ich auch nie.
In der Mitte ist die Förderung.
Du musst die Vollzeit von links weiter runter, bis unten angezündet.
Ja, okay, so er gesagt hat, jetzt fördert es.
Yeah, so they're putting the flames up on the big screen.
T plus 6 minutes.
Here we are. So these two black bars are the glass tubes into which the iron powder is dispersed in an oxygen xenon mixture, ignited on the right end, and then you can observe a flame propagate to the left.
And we're watching the experiments live from the spacecraft.
Okay, some of these are quenching and some are propagating to the end, which is expected because the particle concentration is being varied.
T plus 7 minutes.
Okay, there's an ignition.
Very 0.083 very pronounced. This one had already set separately. It's downward. Very big now. This one downward. Twice the angle of the camera. And now a slide again. Now it's
Apogee 6, 7, 8 kilometers.
You can really see the changes. Now it's a
Okay, spacecraft is up 678 kilometers.
Apogee of the booster 680 kilometers. Final has reached apogee of 678 kilometers.
Well, what's the last part you're looking at?
Microgravity again.
T plus 8 minutes.
I want to go from last.
While waiting for a flame, we'll go check on how our colleagues looking at bacteria, looking at geotropism of bacteria as they respond to weightlessness. Okay, back to our flames.
Swim towards the light. Away from the light.
Okay, there's a flame at the top,
T plus 9 minutes.
and there's a nice bright flame at the bottom. That is come on, keep going there on the bottom. Just make it to the end of the tube. Nice. And there's a flame on the top. just can't quite go. Oh, it's still going. And that one quenched. And there's a flame on the bottom. Keep going, keep going. Come on, flame. Man, it made it to the bottom. So I see Francois Tang has joined us on the broadcast. So I want to give a shout out to him because he did probably as much as anyone to do the background science and a huge amount of the. Oh no, this is interesting. We have two flames in the bottom. We're gonna have a flame collision here. Francois did as much as anyone to realize the per waves experiment today.
T plus 11 minutes.
Very good. Man up. Bye. Just we need to be
T plus 12 minutes.
Okay. Ooh.
It's allowed to be outside again.
Okay, so we can go outside. Isn't that motor going to drop down someplace? Okay. There's no chance it's going to hit my rental car?
No.
And I can collect the prize? There's a prize for finding the motor, right? Absolutely no chance. Okay.
T plus 13 minutes.
Okay, so we should be running out of microgravity here at some point.
End of micro G.
Okay, that is it for the science. Come over here.
T plus 14 minutes.
Okay, so just improvise a little tripod here. So just to describe what you were seeing, the two black bars were two glass tubes into which we were just immersing iron powder in an oxygen xenon mixture. And I suspect the upper tube was the one with the lower oxygen concentration, and the lower tube had an higher oxygen concentration because we saw many more successful propagations in the lower tube. So we were doing this experiment to try to look at a new regime of flame propagation where the flame is limited by heat going from particle to particle, so it propagates in a discrete, or a bit like water percolating through coffee grinds, mode of propagation. And this is a step towards advancing our understanding of metal combustion, which can contribute to a better understanding of how to utilize metal combustion for a recyclable fuel energy carrier. So I think we'll come back around and look at the trajectory to make sure they're able to track the capsule to get the high resolution and better quality videos, and the videos that will show the close-up structure of the flame. We need to be able to recover the capsule. And so we're going to come around and make sure the parachute opens. Oh, okay, that looks promising. There's a parachute. I like the looks of that.
Main short release.
T plus 16 minutes.
And dereefed. Payload on parachute.
Wow.
We clap even though it hasn't landed on dry land. What if it lands in that lake?
This is the most important. We have no other function.
There's a lot of most important functions here.
But the last.
The last. Plumps? Lands in the lake.
We don't know whether there's a payload attached to it, right?
Yeah, but only the parachute.
Someone has stolen it in between, you mean?
Somebody's filming it. Wunderbar.
Blue sky.
Feines Maschinchen haben wir bauen.
Eighteen minutes, and still floating down in a parachute. Oh, and now we've lost it.
Also die Hitzbilder waren halt relativ bei der Hauptschau schon bei der Einzelauswertung von den Zellen.
Die Boxen. Hier waren ein bisschen da.
Joseph, you want to say hi to Francois Tang? He's watching. Do you remember Francois? Of course, he's watching us live. Want to say hello?
Hello.
Okay.
Well, tell me, what did you say? Did you... Because I tried to peek over your shoulder.
Okay, everyone here seems pretty happy, so I think I'm going to sign off, and I'm going to try to go down to the launch site where the other two members of the McGill team, Dr. Sam Goroshin and our PhD student Jan Pletka, are. And I want to get their impressions of the results of the experiment. So, I'm signing off from the S-Range Space Center in Kiruna in the north of Sweden.